We also wanted to honor folks who are on the ground doing the good work every single day, who don't get mentioned very often in large circles like these, but whose work is not only important, but vital to the work that we're trying to do around changing things for the kids that we care most about. So our honorees tonight have done such tremendous work locally that today we want to introduce them nationally and honor them for the work that they do locally.
Well, I'm both honored to be one of the honorees and humbled at the same time. And I want to thank Partners for Developing Futures, the board, and Rap, and Isha for all that you all do, and I look forward to working with you in the future. You know, in terms of North Carolina, the great Tar Heel State. North Carolinians, you in the house? Yeah. We're very excited about recent news that just happened. And I just want to add just a little bit of perspective about this movement, this effort, this work that we do. Just this time last year, we were breaking our necks, working very hard strategically with the National Alliance for Public Charter School. Todd Zebart is a champion. And we were trying to raise the cap from 100 to 106. Just a little bit of perspective. And at the 11th hour, we thought we had a deal. The 11th hour, the rug was pulled from up under us. And you know, we kind of brushed ourselves off, pouted a little bit, and we retooled and came back to the table. And this year, again, last year, we're trying to raise the cap to 100 to 106. And this year, we were successful in not only raising the cap in North Carolina, but eliminating the cap in North Carolina. I want to make note that wasn't done because of just Darrell Allison. I accept this award, but ladies and gentlemen, it's always team, it's always coalition. Parents, charter operators, we have Eddie Goodall, the North Carolina Alliance. We've worked very hard strategically to try to make this happen, and we're so overjoyed. And I know I have just a few minutes, but I do want to just highlight two individuals. One happens to be my beautiful wife. And I know that when I started this work in ad reform 6 years ago, I knew the kind of work that would be entailed in terms of travel, days at a time, weeks at a time, as we all know. And I'll never forget, I was sitting down talking to my wife. I said, sweetie, you know, I got to have your partnership, your buy-in in this, that we're going to spend some time away, days and weeks. And she said, let me get this straight. So you mean to tell me you're going to be out the house for days and weeks at a time? What are we talking about? Get out there, go, do the work. But I just want to say to her that I'm doubly blessed, not only to receive an award from the organization, but to have you here to share it with me. That means a lot, sweetie. Last but not least, I want to talk about a champion in Darrell Allison's eyes. He happens to be an individual that I've seen in my first 18 years in the house, and that gentleman, in terms of epitome of who a champion is my father, Thomas Allison, and just a little highlight of who he is and what he meant. As a young boy watching him, he didn't have a 4-year college degree from a prestigious university, but he was smart, brilliant, and tenacious. And he was able to get a white-collar job in the 70s, one of the few minorities to be able to do that, but he didn't rest on his laurels. I saw my father with many of his family, his classmates, the folks he grew up with, putting on a blue collar, he put on a white collar, and in that position, he worked very hard to try to make life better for them, not necessarily for himself. And so, because of that, there was backlash. Because of that, he didn't get the chance to climb up that corporate ladder, one of the largest textile companies in the nation, but he did it because it was the right thing to do. Another highlight about my father, as you see him, as word got out in terms of influencers. You know, every 2 to 4 years you have those individuals that come around wanting your support, those being politicians. And I'll never forget, my father would always meet with him in the front, on his front porch. We're in the country, so front porch is when you had the discussion. He never allowed him to go in the room. And he would sit there and he said, give me your agenda for the people. And he would roll out, they would roll out their agenda. And then my father would roll out his agenda for the people. And I have to say that if their agenda matched his agenda, he put every kind of human resource and financial resource to back them. If their agenda did not agree with his agenda, he put every resource, human resource and financial resource to oppose them. And he normally won. And so though Darrell sees a reward here for Champions University tonight, I want my father, Thomas Allison. I'm so happy he's not. I'm not looking up, you know, saluting him, but he happens to be right here. Father, you mind standing? And Thomas Allison, I want you to know tonight that you have forever been and will forever be my champion in my life, and I thank you.